So the first day of legal tampering was nothing short of a poop show. It was absolutely crazy. The Eagles lost already 4 of their starters on defense, but us as Eagles fans are waiting on a couple of players that need to make a couple of big moves, so maybe we can keep some players. So we're going to talk about it.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today we're going to talk about CGJ in specific. We're going to talk about some other things. I'm sure I'll go on a tangent at some point in this because it is a little bit of a frustrating situation that we are, but I've heard some good news, so I'm going to share the good news. Now, before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 5K. We would love for you guys to join that ride. If we're not going to re-sign all of our defensive players, at least get me to 5K before the season. I think that's fair, right? That's very fair. So let's get into this. We're gonna start with some rumors about who the Eagles are looking at, and then we'll get into the whole CGJ rumors. But they are looking at Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, obviously the backup quarterback. He is a guy that's played with the Titans. He's played with a couple different teams. They are looking at him for their backup quarterback position. Obviously, they are linked to Marcus Mariota as well. He's probably still looking for a decent bag, so I don't know what it's going to look like. We saw Mike White, the Jets backup quarterback. He got signed elsewhere, and he got 2 years, $12 million. So I think it was actually, 2 years, $12 million, $8 million guaranteed. So that may set the market as far as backup quarterbacks go. We may be seeing Jacoby Brissett come on something very similar to that. Eagles don't really have much money. That's about $6, maybe $4 million on the cap, depending on how you actually break that up. So we'll see what happens with Brissett. We'll see what happens there. And that's kind of where the rumors end. There is really not much more spoken about the Eagles, but I do want to speak about what I've seen about Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So what I have read, this is per The Athletic. The Athletic said that it is down to the Bengals and down to the Eagles for Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Going even further, that it was also said that Chauncey Gardner Johnson is kind of leaning towards the Bengals because of the guaranteed money, but quote unquote wants to give the Eagles a chance. So at the end of the day, that is obviously, it's not terrible news, right? We're still in there. It's a little bit worrisome hearing that, the guaranteed money is where he's kind of put in his loyalty, because at the end of the day, we know the Eagles aren't one team to really outbid many teams. So it's a little bit worrisome, but I will say this, and this is related, but it wasn't at the same time. So there has been reports that the Bengals are interested in Adrian Amos, another safety. If that is true, if that is the reality, we may be looking at the Eagles being able to re-sign Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen soon. So I'm looking for this Chauncey Gardner Johnson news to come out very, very soon. And on top of that, we're going to be looking at, Lane Johnson. That's probably going to be 1A, 1B, because I think Lane Johnson has to happen prior to you re-signing or extending a Chauncey Gardner Johnson. So I think you're going to see a couple of moves today. They're not going to be the biggest, right? Yesterday, we cut Brett Toth, and then we re-signed Brett Toth. It was a crazy ordeal. Obviously, Jason Kelsey's back, which is amazing, and I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. But we might hear some Chauncey Gardner Johnson news today, and I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a foregone conclusion he's going to be with us or he's going to be gone. Just be on the lookout for some of that news today. This is going to be a short video because I am going to go live later on once the free agency is in full swing, and if any news comes out, I'm going to be posting all day. So definitely keep a lookout for these videos. But other than that, I just want to get y'all up to date, get y'all ready for the day ahead of us, because I have a good feeling that there's going to be some big news today. So y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere. This is for you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the hand.